Hey there, welcome back to ShipCrafter. Time to sink the Bismarck. My weapon of choice is this one. This is a battleship which has some additional blisters, shall we say, which are currently housing a couple of 203mm turrets. So, to some extent, I'm actually using the secondary guns, or rather, the primary guns of a cruiser as secondaries. My primary armament is this, the 330s. I have 4 of those quadruple turrets. Definitely a French invention. And I have 2 funnels, fairly heavily protected. This is 150mm of armor. Yes, towards the back they don't actually have any armor, but when I was building this craft I didn't have any blocks left. Out to the side we have 400mm of armor, and it kind of gets a little less there. It's 300mm, and of course half blocks don't have armor, but out towards the bow it is all 300mm. Fairly heavily armored deck, out to 100mm towards the back. Back's actually 10mm, so I might need to improve that. But density is already going up quite a bit. So I don't really want to push it that much more. Let's just do a bit more armor on the deck, because of course the Bismarck can actually land some serious punches. There we go. That should do it. I still have about 6,000 points left, but I don't want to keep adding to this hull all the time. So, Bismarck. What do you have? What do you have? And how much can you take? Let's aim a little bit front. Secondaries are already engaging. There is another tiny boat there, but I don't really consider that to be much of a threat. Already knocked out a turret. Unfortunately, seems to be a smaller one. Definitely not one of the mains. Now, I could bring a submarine into this battle. That could be the easiest way to sink the Bismarck. But I'm gonna just go at this mano a mano. See if the 330s can pen that. Yes, they can. That's 24 pens. And she's instantly listing over to port. Looking forward to getting her guns, but maybe the current armament is actually better. What I really like about this game is that it keeps developing itself quite nicely. Well, not itself, but the devs hard at work. Because you used to have these big round red blobs at the ship that says, hey, you've been damaged this badly here. Now you have these sort of block chains which get damaged. So that's how you can see how bad the damage to your craft actually is. Mine has been substantially damaged, but so has Bismarck. So I'm hoping that I can live just long enough that I can win this fight. There's a couple more hits. She's down to 70 penetrating hits, but she's still fighting. And that is the problem, because I don't think I need a whole lot more damage on my part to sink. Oh, and I'm also dodging torpedoes from that little escort craft that they got, which I think is an S-100. I don't even know where it's at. There. Hits. She appears to be going down submarine style, almost vertical. That's most turrets out. One more blow, and then switch targets. Because I gotta live just long enough to get rid of the Bismarck and her friend. This thing torpedoes me, it will all still be in vain. Good news is, I only gotta hit this thing like half a time. But now would be a great time to do that. There she goes. Damage substantial. This should not have taken a whole lot longer. Alright, what do we get? We get the 380mm double gun turrets, as well as the 18-inch 40 single gun light turret. So it's not an 18-inch gun, I think. That would be quite something. What are we tackling next? A Bismarck, a Deutschland, and an F-class. Alright, let's have a look at those new guns. See what they can do. I'm gonna remove... Actually, I'm not gonna remove anything just yet. Wait, that is an actual 18-incher? Yeah, that's an 18-inch gun. Single gun light turret. The turret is indeed very lightly armored at 40mm. So sneeze in its general direction and it'll fall off. The amount of damage should be substantial, but... Weight 500 tons. Okay, that's not as bad as these. These are 1100 tons, but still, it's only one gun. Bismarck turrets are these ones. These weigh 1,050 tons, 360 millimeters of armor, so they're as well armored. Reload 20 seconds versus reload 22. Nominal pen 569, nominal pen 608. I don't actually think I need those Bismarck guns. I don't think I need them that badly. Now, what I can do to make sure that this craft can survive a little longer is just add a bit more to the side. Yes, it's not exactly going to be hydrodynamic, but screw it. Because I don't really care about the aesthetics. So I'm just going to weld on additional parts here. And make sure that the ship gets a bit more buoyancy back. We're now at 0.56. Of course, that's not telling the whole story, because I still need to add more armor. And that's going to be the problem. Remove that. Yeah, we're at 0.58. Block replacer. I'm going to go for 400mm armor. Otherwise, I have a very exposed side here. Not enough to supply everything. I was worried about that. That should be just enough. Armor up. Yeah, we're at 68k. I got about 1,000 left. Alright. Bring on the next contender. Who would like to go after? I'm gonna prio the Bismarck, because she's got some serious firepower. Oh, I got an ally! That's something I didn't quite get yet. Come to starboard. Let's see if I can unmask those stern turrets as quickly as possible. Maybe we can land some easy early hits. Yep, knocked out something. Probably a secondary turret, but at least we got some damage in on the hull. That's important. Oh, nice collision there. Shoot. That's, I think, the stern turrets. No, that's all of them. That's 16 very sizable projectiles. Crashing into Bismarck, but unfortunately below the waterline. And I think they all ricocheted. Own ship? Yeah. There's a lot of firepower in there. And it's probably gonna wreck me pretty quick. Come on. We gotta sink the Bismarck very quickly. Again. That's more like it. That's a lot better. One or two more of those salvos ought to do it, and then we can deal with the Deutschland. I already am losing my stern turret here. Shoot. It's going to be another one of those close calls. I hope my ally can get some damage in, but they seem to be listing pretty badly themselves. Couple of pens. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, no. That's a problem. That's a problem. I still have... Nah, I don't have any guns. If only. Alright, let's restart. If I don't prio the Bismarck, but I instead prio the other ship, maybe my ally can help pummel that main threat. Bow turrets in. Ricochet. No, that was actually a pen. Come on. Oh, nice collision there. Couple of... Nah, very few hits, really. Full burst. I don't know how accurate these shells are going to be now that they've all changed course. Look at the amount of damage spreading out very quickly amidships. I'm not sure what that was, but I think it was a shell from Bismarck. That pretty much crippled me. I can try turning to port, maybe expose the starboard side of the ship a bit more, but I'm wondering if that's the good call here. Because you could make the case, well, the port side's fucked anyway, so might as well keep exposing that side. I don't know if there is damage saturation in this game. That's something I still have to figure out. At least my turrets are still functional, that's something. But I'm half a submarine. Knocked out their engine. I think that's their only one. Outmaneuvering the enemy is not exactly going to be feasible, but hey, at least we can shoot them at our leisure. Because they're not going anywhere. Come on. Right amidships. Yeah, that knocked out the funnel again. I'm not sure if the damage transfers over to the hull. That'd be great. Oh boy. There's definitely a lot of shells ricocheting off of my hull, but there's also a whole bunch which are not. Knock out a turret, please. Yeah, knocked out the X turret. Because I can deal with their secondaries. It's the primaries that'll kill me. Ah, see? Okay. This ship might not be able to do it. Maybe because I have most of my firepower towards the stern, but the Bismarck kind of has the same problem. She also has most of her firepower. Well, she splits her firepower like myself. So maybe that's not it. The alternative then is to go with the submarine and just torpedo them. Because the cruiser submarine that I've used before is actually remarkably functional in a battle like this, because it just sends, I don't know, 40 torpedoes downrange. And most ships don't handle that well. Torpedoes, however, are no longer as much of a death sentence as they were. Because it used to be just point at the enemy with a torpedo, hit them once, and they go down. Like a brick. They don't do that anymore. Unfortunately. So, in this case, you really gotta send more torpedoes against a, well, a substantially bigger target, such as this one. I don't quite understand why Bismarck's not focusing me right now. But I don't mind it. Oh, should have not said that, because now they are focusing me. Come on, Bismarck. Get down. Just buy me enough time to keep shooting. That'd be lovely. Nope. Didn't even hit the target. Damage to the port side. Substantial. Torpedoes in the water. Incoming. All back. This thing just refuses to sink. That knocked out a turret. Oh, might have knocked out the ship too. Still got all of my primaries left, that's good. Missed. That's all the bow turrets. Come on. Get in there. That destroyed something. Probably messed up a whole lot of blocks too. Yeah, she's going. Switch. Substantially smaller target. Not necessarily any less dangerous. You gone yet? Just about. Okay. That's less firepower to worry about. And that's a couple of good hits. Turrets are still operational. Hit. They still have one of those small patrol boats, or no? No, they do not. It's just these three. It's the F class, I think. That one. Looking good. Yeah, that'll probably get them. Goodbye. Alright, you then. This is where I'm gonna probably have to rely upon my secondaries a bit more. Now, if Bismarck had prioritized me, I probably would have gone down. Quickly as well. But for some reason, she just decided not to. Goodbye. That was fast. Okay, good. Victory. Oh, we got the 16-inch guns. Kiel is our final objective. This is where the largest German ships are built. Hope you're prepared for this one. But I called some friends, just in case. Alright, Pierre, what you got? We got 500 millimeters of armor. And... hello, Yamato. And over here we're dealing with 2 Bismarcks. The Leipzig and the S-100. Alright, well, we'll just sink Yamato, you know. Why not? I got a 90,000 points for the hull. We might need a bigger craft, but let's just for fun see how well this one's gonna last against something the likes of Yamato. Hello, big girl. Turn. Maneuverability's not great on this ship. That didn't even hit them. Nor did that. Not great. I think I get hit once by an 18-inch shell. I might not live to tell the tale. Ricochets. Decent. 2 pens. The rest did not hit the target. She's like a, what, 70,000 ton warship? At least she was in real life. Don't know if I have enough firepower for that. So far, though, it hasn't hit me. 4 pens. Lots of ricochets. I think the ricochet is mostly holy moly. They appear to have knocked out my engine. But, no, actually I'm still going. Okay, send it. You're not that big of a prio, but you do have torpedoes. That's better. That was 24 hits. 24 pens, at least, total. Uh-oh. Yeah, that look at that damage spread out on my craft. I need guns like that. Because that can probably sink a Bismarck pretty quick. Yamato is not really giving me any indication that she's having issues. Oh dear, here it comes again. Here it comes again. Armor's not going to save me, is it? No. Armor is not going to save me here. Is she listing? To port? Oh, crap. Come on. That got a little close there, dude. Don't do that. Oh, we knocked out some turrets. Yeah, she's rolling. She's rolling. No! Oh, that's gonna take out the last buoyancy I had left, I think. Come on, Yamato. Give in. You gave me a good fight. Now I want your turrets. She's still sinking. Oh, shit! That is unwelcome. Come on. Come on. Nope. Okay. I think we'll have to pull out the cruiser again. The cruiser submarine, that is. Because she seemed to do rather well. This is it, in case you haven't seen it. It's just basically a wall of torpedo tubes. Some level of firepower, especially dealing with smaller craft, and it even comes with depth charge launchers. It's probably the ugliest submarine, but I don't care. Because all I need to do is go down, figure out where the enemy is going to be, and eliminate them. So, yeah. I'm going to have to dive towards the target, and we're going to torpedo them. Here is our first contender. She's actually a little closer than I'd like. I might have surfaced too late for this guy. Because if they start dropping depth charges, I have a problem. And they just started dropping depth charges. Oh, come on. I should have made this boat more buoyant. Good news is, that DD gets any closer, they'll be instantly eliminated. Turn! That's a really big DD. At least she looks very big from down here. Ow. It's almost like she's about to get hit by Yamato. Yeah, here come... Ooh, yeah, no, she is. Oh god, here come the depth charges. Donk. Torpedo wooden arm. Yeah, I think the Akazuki here, it just got murdered by Yamato. That's the good news. The bad news is, I don't know how long it's gonna take them to kill me. I might be fine. I have some buoyancy issues on the bow. But I don't know if I can keep periscope depth. And if I can't, then launching torpedoes against Yamato is going to be a real challenge. Can I still surface? Not that I want to, I just want to know if I can. Well, it still allows me to shoot. I think. Yeah, torpedoes are definitely leaving their torpedo tubes. So we'll just, I don't know, saturate the whole area. There. This is the point where I do not wish to surface. Oh crap, she's still moving. Okay, so surface now means periscope depth. Somewhat. Now let's see if a submarine can eliminate Yamato. Oh boy. One of those 18-inch... Oh god, we are actually... No, that's not where I want to be. No, thank you. I think this ship is so small that one 18-inch shell can probably kill me. Saturate the area. Still surprised about the reload of these torpedo tubes. I mean, I don't really feel like I deserve that level of reload. Okay. So far, the water's keeping me safe. Let's see if she can say the same. Can we really get those triple turrets of hers? That'd be lovely. That one torpedo, actually the whole torpedo spread's getting ever so close. She probably doesn't turn that well. She's not doing damage. Good luck turning that behemoth around. Yep, that's the first torpedo hit. Now there's 12. Now there's 19. Now there's 27. Good luck with that, Yamato. 28. Angrily stares at me. Too late, dude. The overpowered cruiser wins again. Sink the Yamato. So now we get triple 155s and 45 caliber 460mm triple gun turrets. Yes, please. I'll also take that. Unfortunately, I'm not at the 100,000 tons. So I would love to have unlocked that, you know, the 100,000 ton hull. I haven't. So I guess we're gonna go with this one again. Is that the right ship? Yeah. I'm gonna duplicate that, and I'm gonna make sure that her turrets get replaced by those ones on Yamato. Which might be slightly heavier. What did those weigh? 1,100 tons. And this weighs 2,730 tons. Yes, they're slightly heavier. Reload, 35 seconds. Nominal pen, 694 millimeters. Density, 0.74. Good lord, that's going to be a problem. I'm just just gonna, and this is not gonna look pretty, I'm going to extend this extreme barrier towards the back. No, not like that. It won't look good because this part of the hull is still somewhat slanted, but I need the additional buoyancy. I need to have less density or I won't outlast 2 Bismarcks shooting at me. I might have really big guns, but I don't need much in this case to sink. We're still at 0.73. 0.72. We're gonna need a bigger boat. 0.69. 67. .59. Not great, not terrible. There probably is still a layer of armor in there, though. I could, and arguably should, have done away with that. But here we are. Alright, give me 500 millimeters of armor. I don't know if I can replace all that. Nope, cannot. 400 millimeters. Can't even do that. Replace this with hull. Yeah, I'll just redo the bow. Yeah, layer on 400 millimeters of armor. Not enough. 300 is going to get easily pinned. Actually, almost everything is going to get easily pinned. Because we're getting shot at by Bismarck turrets. So that's 380s. Which have substantial levels of firepower. Be gone. They got pin of 608 millimeters. So it almost even doesn't really matter what is shooting at you. You can't armor up against that anyway. Oh, these are the 16-inch guns, by the way. Can I get away with that? My bow is extremely heavy. Let's put some weight towards the stern. Can I buy one more turret? Afraid not. Okay, we're going to remove these turrets and put them more towards the middle. Remove that turret. Put that more here. So it's not Yamato level of firepower, but it might just do it. Because these are bigger guns than what the Bismarcks have. Battle. Let's see how tough these things really are. Whoa. Already rolling? Hydrodynamics have taken a hit, but she seems to be moving. Come on, crash through the deck, knock it out a turret. Nope, didn't hit him at all. At least my turret ricocheted some of their damage. Yeah, this is not looking good. Also, it's nighttime. This is not my favorite. 10 hits. Good shot. Wow, are you in trouble or anything? Salvo away. Salvo away. Come on. Ah, oh, missed it. Knocked out the engine, but I seem to be having issues of my own. I'm not playing in the dark. Skip the night. Thank you. Alrighty then. So you're a Bismarck, and you're something cheaper. We have 2 allies, though they are fairly small. Why is my ship listing this badly over to starboard? Hold on, did it only armor the port-hand side? Because that could explain it. Let me check that out, because that's not supposed to happen. Sorry, did it... what armor did you put there? This is 300. This is 10. Right, I think I see the problem now. Remove those turrets and put armor on. Yeah. It's turning into a bit of a hodgepodge of armor everywhere. So let's put 300 there. Let's put 300 there. We're still at 0.67 density. It's not great. Oh, it's too expensive to buy one of those. Can I get another one? No. Okay, put 150 millimeters on the deck. 0.69. I'm now 50,000 ton ship. With 3 turrets. Let's see how she does. I'm tempted to put on Yamato's guns. I just don't know if I want to play with that rate of fire. Because it's really not that good. And again, the trade-off is you really only need 1 hit in order to just completely decimate the enemy. Well, like maybe not 1 hit, but 1 good salvo to hit. That's going all over the place. Missed it. Somebody else is ricocheting. Somebody else seems to have hit her quite badly. Fire. Okay, we're fine. Level them. Missed or... I mean, something penned, but it might not have been me. Oh, now they've knocked out my midships. Great. It's them. They're shooting me up. Knocked out an engine. Oh, that got their attention. No, they're switching fire. Okay. I don't have the buoyancy for this. What if I reverse? Sometimes they can buy you a few more minutes. Come on. Come on, come on. Knocked out an engine. I was going to say thruster. Engine. Yeah, my midships is wrecked. I am just above the waterline. Shoot. Oh, torpedoes! Come on. Are you really going to make me pull out the submarine cruiser again? Because I will if I have to. Oh dear. Okay, I just want to see what Yamato guns can do. You know, whatever floats your boat. The problem is exactly that, though. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't afford anything more. Hold on. We're gonna just load the 40,000 ton hull. And I'm gonna add a couple of layers to it, making sure that she can survive some more. Because at the moment she can't. She just does not have the buoyancy. She got a buoyancy of 0.2 right now. Fantastic. But it's not good enough. What about something Trimarani? That could work. I mean, it won't look pretty, but it does work. So we're gonna go like that. And then get to the waterline. And basically then build out a hull. Or, well, a float, I guess? The Trioa sails again. For those of you who remember that from Naval Craft. Sorry, Naval Art it was called. Naval Art. Gotta remember to add propulsion to this, though. Okay. Now, this whole thing's gonna have to take some level of armor, I imagine. Otherwise, she's just gonna very, very quickly be eliminated. Even by secondary guns. A bit more. Okay. What sort of level of firepower do I want? Yamato. Start with the level of firepower that you want. 1. That'll barely even fit on that float. Whatever, whoever said anything about floats. There. Trimato. Mobility. A very large IGN engine, which I can also use to pull some of the weight distribution back. Very large rudder. Which I'm going to put here, and also some on these. A very large prop. Just going to sit right there. Now, I got about 20,000 points left. My buoyancy is only 0.44, but that's without any armor. Level of armor I want. How about going 150 millimeters a deck? Buoyancy 0.59. Okay, switch to 100. 150 might not be attainable. 0.54. Okay. Bow. 250. .6. Sides. 300. 0.74. Maybe not 300. Wait, are they actually... I still don't quite understand how I can get out of that mode. Sometimes I can just click and it'll go and out of it, but today's not that day. If we don't have enough buoyancy, I could add more to the hull. Let's see how she does as is. Rename. Trioa. And yes, it's not strictly Trioa, but you know, somewhere in that vicinity. I don't even have a rangefinder, I think. And I also didn't exactly armor up my funnel. Oh, she's almost sinking already. Fire. Five 18-inch turrets. If this hits, that could be a one-hit wonder. If it misses, it's a big waste of time. It missed. And they're colliding. This is how you breed Scharnhorst, I guess. Come on. Come on. Fire. Gotta be careful with that little DD, because it will throw more torpedoes at me. Here it comes. These are gonna crash through the deck, I imagine. That could be... You know, if it hits. I appear to have attracted some of the attention of one of the Bismarcks. I think the auto-aim is getting completely thrown off here. Come on, punish them. I can't seem to get any hits. Probably because these guys are too close together. That's the bloom for my props. Good lord. Yeah, I probably need to wait until they're actually properly moving. Because that'll all miss. It's hard to predict where they're going to go when they're just still accelerating. Oh crap, they even got one of those small patrol boats. Slash PT boats. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Send it. So this means I also gotta be on the lookout for torpedoes. With a craft that's dead slow and really doesn't like turning. Yes? No. What the hell? Give me a rangefinder. Give me a rangefinder. I don't think you even need to put it on a pedestal like that, but whatever. Go. Alright, wait. Get them to go. They're all turning. They're not firing my direction yet. Let them make that mistake. Fire. I'm going to assume they're going to be accelerating a bit more. And I might be right about that. Yeah, that smacked them nicely. That really got him good. Switch to the other Bismarck. Turn. Oh crap, torpedoes. Oh, hello. Come on. Yep, some decent hits. Can you get your ship off my bow? I don't mind having a whole ship as a torpedo blister, but this is not helpful to my actual combat performance. How bad's the damage to the Bismarcks? One's badly flooded, the other one's not. Oh, come on, dude. Let them get up to speed, let them decide which way to go. They're gonna go that way. Fire. I hope this is a decent guesstimate. Yep, not half bad. 14 hits. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, not that again. Not that again. Oh, not that again either. Just piss off. I'm sailing here. Full burst. All 15 turrets are functional. So, or 3 turrets are functional. Can we get him? Yep. Yeah, you can both sink together, Bismarck and Turpits. Oh, they just might. They just might. That one's thinking about it. The other one's not so sure yet. Yeah, they're now unstuck. Let's make sure that they join their sister ship. The only thing I didn't think to bring is secondary guns, so that patrol boat's gonna have to get sunk by 18-inch guns. Yeah, that ought to do it. There you go. Gotta love those guns. Alright, you. Maybe my allies can take you out, and I can focus on whatever's left of that thing. Which isn't much. Patrol boat's still coming in. Come on, just give me one good hit and that ought to do it. Nothing. No, maybe. Or somebody else hit him at the same time. Forward. I'm only still around by virtue of the Bismarcks not shooting me. Oh, that little craft's still limping around. Come on. Yes, goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. Yes, everybody, well done. Job done. Looks like the Axis is on its knees. I think it's only a matter of days before this is all finally over. In the meantime, stay well and maybe see you on the high seas. And now we have unlocked 600mm of armor in the 380mm 1936 turret. And I think that is it. Unlocked all the parts. So that's it for Battleship Craft. Sorry, ShipCrafter. Actually, not Battleship Craft. ShipCrafter, but I've seen so many comments from people saying, well, this is just Battleship Craft, that I got confused for a second. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I shall see you soon for more videos.